Hello and welcome back to Mario Kart 64, where last time we played through the Flower Cup on 100cc, and today we're going to be playing through the Star Cup on 100cc, and we're going to be using Wario. See how that goes. And we're going to begin the Star Cup featuring Wario Stadium, Sherbet Land, Royal Raceway, and Bowser's Castle. Seems appropriate to play as Wario in a cup that features Wario Stadium, which, as we recall, was not the actual Wario Stadium that we thought it was, and took longer than I expected. But putting that aside, let's dive into the Star Cup. Okay, so today's topic is going to be worst level design, and I think it'll probably be a pretty quick one because, for the most part, I don't really have major criticism, or I guess I don't really have many examples that come to mind immediately when I think of poor level design. Because for the most part, I've played a lot of games in my life, and most of them, where it's applicable, have pretty solid level design. For instance, if you had to ask me, name a movie or game that has blatant character assassination, that'd be easy. Alright, so let's start with Halo 5. That's a good start for games. Movies, Toy Story 4, TV shows, Loki, and you can just keep going on and on because it's just so easy to find examples of that nowadays. For level design, it's not as simple because, for the most part, even in games that are flawed, I've usually found the level design to be pretty on point. Like, I would even say that Super Mario Sunshine has some pretty solid level design. It's not the level's fault that that game is so much pain to play. I mean, there's some instances. For instance, the pachinko machine would constitute level design, and that's a bit of an oversight, a massive oversight actually. And of course, there's the whole issue of actually getting to the leaf level, or I guess some people call it the lily pad level. It was introduced to me as the leaf level, so that's what I know it as, but apparently people call it the lily pad level. Whatever, you know what I mean either way. It's the one where you have to jump across a series of boats with Yoshi in a certain amount of time, and a single platform mistake leads to your downfall, which is problematic in a game with slippery controls. So, you know, that's the actual process you have to undergo to actually get to the level is not great, but the level itself was not as bad as I expected it to be. Well, no, I was gonna say Super Mario 64 wasn't bad, but then I thought about it, like, nah, Super Mario 64 counts. Super Mario 64's level design, I guess, I mean, the main problems with 64 are the camera controls have just aged horribly, but the level design, you know, I wouldn't call that as horrible. I wouldn't call that as great. It's just kind of like, these sure are levels that are designed, with a couple exceptions, obviously. But the game that immediately jumps to mind when I think of games with just absolutely horrible level design, because the question wasn't games with just competent or decent level design, it was worse level design. So my answer to that is going to be Halo 2, because Halo 2, I've never seen. I think it's just because it's in such stark contrast to Halo Combat Evolved, the first game. Because Halo Combat Evolved, what it did really well was deviate significantly from the spaceship tight linear corridors that had plagued the FPS genre for years prior to that point. Also, mushrooms just do nothing in this game because of how insanely quickly the AI rubber bands, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, so Combat Evolved had a lot of open-ended environments that allowed the player to explore in whatever area they wanted to. There were almost no boundaries as to where you could go on the map. The enemy encounters themselves were very open-ended in a massive environment. Even interior structures weren't tight linear corridors. They were really open-ended, and there's just a lot of ways you could go about all the different encounters. But Halo 2 took such a massive step back, where there are very, very few open-ended environments, and those that are there are usually just an illusion in that you are outside, and so it feels open, but you're usually just crammed down a linear path outside anyway, which kind of nullifies the point of being outside in the first place. At that point, you might as well just take me back into the spaceship corridors. And then even putting aside the fact that the game is for the most part, overall, significantly more linear than the first game, which is a massive downgrade. There's also the issue of the fact that a majority of the levels are just wave defense rooms, by which I mean they'll lock you in a room for upwards of 20 to 30 minutes. That is not an exaggeration. And they'll just throw wave after wave of enemies at you. and it's not fun to deal with at all, because you're just, you don't feel like you're making any progress, because, I mean, Combat Evolved had wave defense rooms, like the Belly of the Beast, the Library Torture Chamber room, the grav lift at the bottom of the Truth and Reconciliation. It did have those things, but the difference is that because the waves moved so quickly, I thought I was screwed there. I think I might still be screwed, actually. I think I screwed this up horribly in the final home stretch. Actually, wait, no, I can get second. No, I can't. I can't get second. No. Okay, that was close. I guess it was as close as it possibly could have been in a game with just this insane level of rubber banding AI, but it's fine. I'm literally tailgating Bowser right now, and I didn't make second. Big sad. Yeah, the waves came out so quickly in Combat Evolved that it didn't really matter that there were wave defenses, because it didn't feel like wave defense because of how quickly the enemies kept spawning in. Whereas in Halo 2, you'll wait upwards of, and I've counted, upwards of a full 2 minutes between the waves where nothing happens. So I don't know how the decision got made or why, but it's really, really bad. I don't know how that ever got approved. Well, actually, no, I do, because it wasn't really technically Bungie. Well, I mean, it is Bungie's fault because they're the ones who made the game. But also, for those who don't know, Halo 2 had an infamously troubled development cycle. It's one of the go-to examples in gaming in terms of games that underwent a tremendous amount of crunch and stress in the industry, where the pre-production, they had to cut out so much content from the game because they just didn't have the time to make it work. They scrapped the engine from the ground up because what they showed, they had an E3 demo that wasn't actually playable. It was just all smoke and mirrors, despite saying it wasn't smoke and mirrors. So, you know, it didn't, they couldn't have shipped the game in full with what they showed at E3, so they had to rework everything, had to cut content, had to rework the story, which is why Halo 2 ends as a massive cliffhanger. And they just had to make a lot of concessions in the game's design that they definitely wouldn't, because it's clear Bungie learned from their mistakes, because the second after Halo 2 came out, they immediately said, yeah, we screwed up big time. This was a massive mistake with what Halo 2 was. And in Halo 3, they used everything they learned from their failings in Halo 2 to craft what is easily the best campaign in the saga, and that's including Infinite. But, I mean, that's not to say Infinite's bad. Infinite's campaign is still incredible. It's just that I don't think anything's ever going to be able to top Halo 3. But if Infinite does come admirably close, though, I will say, comes admirably close, and were not for the equipment switcher and paper-thin vehicles, it might have dethroned Halo 3. So, but the point being, Halo 2 had a rushed development cycle, which is why it ended up in the state that it did. It was just, they didn't have the time to make the game they wanted to make, essentially, which is unfortunate whenever that happens, but it is an explanation. There's one thing about this game is a complete non sequitur. I've never really understood, sometimes when you hit the banana, really? God, the acceleration is so garbage. Sometimes when you hit the banana, you'll immediately, you'll immediately spin out, and sometimes it'll take a second before it actually, you know, before you actually spin out. I don't know what distinguishes one reaction from the other, but whatever. Anyway, so we're clearly not going to win. That ship sailed a long time ago. The goal here is to not finish 5th, because as long as we don't rank out, we're fine. As long as we don't rank out, we're A-okay. And, okay, that was lucky. I probably shouldn't have gotten over that corner, but we made it work. Okay, 4th. We're still in the race. It's all nice. I think in order to unlock Mirror Mode, because Mirror Mode is in this game, I think you only need to earn a star ranking in the Special Cup on 150cc, so we're good to not win all these other cups. I don't really mind, so long as we just finish in the top 4 and we don't rank out. I'm fine with not winning. That's totally fine by me. Because with a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe LP, I was really dead set on I gotta get triple star rankings. I gotta make sure I just complete the game to the best of my abilities. But here, because the controls are definitely more slippery, and because it's just, you know, I don't know the game as well, I am content to not finish first all the time. Especially also because the AI is absurd in this game, and is just constantly rubber banding all the damn time. Which I know I keep going on about, but seriously, it's getting kind of ridiculous. Really? Yeah, I thought it was bad on 50cc. It's even worse on 100cc, and I don't even want to know what it's going to be like on 150cc. In fact, I'm quite terrified to see what the rubber banding is going to be like on 150cc. But we'll cross the bridge when we come to it. Anyway, in conclusion, Halo 2 had a rushed development cycle, which is why the levels ended up the way that it did. But when asked the question of what's some of the worst level design I've ever seen, that would make the top. That would easily... that would easily make the top chart for worst level design. Also, it could just be me, but does the FOV seem wider in this course? Does it seem like the camera's zoomed out further from Wario than it was previously? I could be imagining things, but does it not seem like the camera's further away from him than usual? I'm not sure. It could just be me. Anyway, so there's the answer. Oh, I keep my... That's interesting. Huh. Usually when you go careening off the edge, you don't get to keep your items. Usually, if you go off the edge, you just... And you had an item, that item is no longer yours. It's gone now. But not this time. So, no complaints there, I guess. I will happily... Oh, no. Not this. Not the corner. Not the corner of doom. That corner always screws me over every time. Okay. Mushrooms save me. Mushrooms, let's make up some lost ground here, mushrooms. Okay, we didn't really make up much ground here because the AI is just, they don't teleport, but they may as well teleport with how absurd their rubber banding is. Jesus Christ. Okay, you take that. Do not, okay, thank goodness. I was really nervous that I wasn't going to hit you. Oh, no, no. Red shell, I'm pretty sure I fired that red shell at Bowser there, game. I was really nervous I wasn't going to hit Peach until she got sent off into the abyss, but thankfully we stopped her before she hit the boost panel and got launched in. Oh no. Okay, thank you for spinning out too. Oh my god, what the hell? What was that? Wait. Okay, Peach, don't Peach, take that. Really? It. Red shells just don't track in this game. They just do not. I guess they took them a few. Really? I just slip all the way down to the bottom that quickly, huh? Really? All the way down that quickly? Are you sure about that? Really? Really, dude? Really? I hit the accelerator button and it just... okay, really? Are you absolutely sure about that? We can't even... We're just dead. We just lose. That is so stupid. I hit the accelerate button, but because I spawned on an incline, I just fell to the bottom of the cliff. Okay. Whatever you say, game. This is... Man, I can't wait till we get to the point where Mario Kart games don't show their age, because, I mean, to be clear, I'd still rather play this a million times over than I would ever play Super Mario Kart again, because this game is about a million times better than Super Mario Kart. But good Lord Almighty, it still shows its age. Okay, so I'm replaying this course, obviously, because I got screwed over by dumb physics at the corner where I just slid into the abyss. That wasn't on the to-do list, so we're definitely redoing this one, that was not part of the plan, but it's fine. Oh, and another corner of doom. Let's not forget the second corner of doom, which is that one. Oh my god. Oh, this is fun. I'm having a great time right now. I'm having a grand old time with this really awesome, the really awesome corners that you take. That was so much fun. You have no idea. That was great. I had a blast. I can't wait to do it again. Lovely. Slow down. Okay, we survived corner 1, and we survived corner 2. But how about corner 3? Corner 3, we survived corner 3. No, we didn't. Really? No, I swear to God, if anyone passes me at this exact... Nope. Nah, you stay back there. I don't know who that was, but you stay right back there. You got bounced off? Yeah, Bowser, you stay right back there. That's right, that's what I thought. You stay right back there in the ranked out team. We're up here with the cool kid squad. We're going to the next race. You're going back to wherever the hell you came from. I'm going to the next race, not you. You can enjoy a swim in the pond for a change. I got knocked into that pond about 17 times because of that one stupid corner. So now you can enjoy it for a change. Wait, did it say that I'm in 5th place? I didn't look. I think that said I'm in 5th place. Okay. Well, that's fine, because even if we don't, again, we don't need to win. We don't even need to make it in the top 4, because there's no ranking out of the cup. Well, I mean, sorry. Once you finish all 4, like, there's no ranking out of the final standings. It's just ranking out of the cups in between then and now. Or the courses in between and now, I should say. Oh, not... this game is getting on my nerves. Okay, yeah, this... definitely... The grievances with this game's mechanics are starting to pile up a lot faster. I mean, it's still, to be clear, a million times better than Super Mario Kart, and it's not even close, but good God, does this game show its age so badly, and I still have no clue what triggers me to instantly spin out, or for me to wait a second before I spin out. I have no idea. None whatsoever. And it's occurred to me that suddenly winning the 150cc Special Cup is going to become a lot harder with this immense level of rubber banding AI. And just to be clear, yes, oh my god, really? It maintained my momentum so I couldn't turn. To be clear, many go-kart racing games have some level of rubber banding. It's rare you'll find one that doesn't have. Really? That shouldn't have counted as a spin out. Seriously? Okay. It's rare you'll find one that doesn't have some level of rubber banding, but not to this extent. Like, this is actually insane. The degree to which the AI rubber band like crazy in this game is unlike anything I've ever seen. So, yes, I mean, I've not seen anyone actually make the defense that, well, every other racing game has rubber banding, so I guess I'm arguing against no one. But just to cover my bases, in case anyone wants to try to say that, well, many other racing games use this, therefore it's okay, there are degrees to rubber banding, and this is an egregious degree of rubber banding is what's happening in this game right here. Although it's not the only problem. I think I might actually have a bigger, well, maybe not a bigger issue, but I have a sizable issue with the fact that red shells seemingly do diddly squat in this game. Like, well, I mean, sometimes they're helpful. Sometimes you'll hit a red shell that actually goes where you tell it to go. But a lot of the time, it just seems to just have a mind of its own and just go somewhere completely different to where you're actually, like it doesn't home in on the people like you'd think that it would. And I'm careful not to use my mushrooms here because I know if I use it here, I'm going to just go into levels and use it right here. And it doesn't even do anything because of the stupid AI that keeps rubber banding. Okay, well... Oh, what? Really? How in the hell did anyone place that? How did the AI... You know what would have had to happen? They would have had to stop. Would have had to jump off the cliff, stop, go in reverse, just to plant that reverse... That was way too perfectly placed. Okay. Well, we made it through. We made it into the top 4 for the final race. We didn't rank out. Can we finish in the top 4 overall now? Maybe even top 3 if we're especially lucky? Maybe. Maybe? No, I think we're still in the bottom. Yeah, we're still in the bottom. Jeez, I don't even... Okay, well, that's fine. Again, we don't need to win. We just need to finish. And we finished. And that's all that matters. I'm fine. It's fine. We don't need to win. We don't need to finish. We don't need to get up on that block. We're in the cutscene. We're here, looking on from a distance. And that's all we need to do. So, I'm content with this turn of events. Oh boy. This is gonna be tough. I mean, it's still more fun to control. Because, at least with this game, the controls are better. I mean, they're not great. They, again, clearly are of its time. But they're significantly better than Super Mario Kart ever was. So at least I feel like I can control my character to some degree of success. Whereas in Super Mario Kart, I just couldn't control him for the life of me. But, you know, now that we've gotten through that, that'll be it for now. So that'll be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I'll catch you all tomorrow for some more Mario Kart 64. Goodbye.